I kind of caved like I did with the Saren Prime accessories, and I went for the Vauban Prime accessories, and well, compared to that one, which it had the right length, but honestly it was way too wide. They kind of fixed it with the new one, and honestly, most of the frames I've thrown this on, it looks really nice, but they all suffer the same problem, and you can probably figure out what it is by the fact that part of Voltaire is sticking through the back of the Sandana. Honestly, the frame I think I prefer it on the most is normal Vauban, because it doesn't really suffer the whole clipping problem that is basically surrounding this thing, and it really does look nice. And as I'm recording this, every time I look at this thing from the back, which I haven't played with it in game yet, and I'm not looking forward to it because it's going to distract me a lot since I noticed it. Actually, I noticed it I think it was in the dev stream. No, it wasn't. It was after the dev stream, because they did show it off in the dev stream before it was actually available. But it's this thing in the back. It rotates, and it is quite hypnotic actually watching it, because it lines up just right with the holes around it. Like, very rarely. Anyway, throwing it, I'm getting sucked in again. I'll just stick them in a... Anyway, putting it on the frame it was basically designed for, because it comes with them, so I'm assuming it was designed to go with them. It doesn't look that bad from most angles, as long as you don't look directly at the back of it. Because as soon as you do, you realise, well, it's clipping through his skirt, which is kind of part of him. If I swap to a different one, you can see it's literally, they go bright white to show what I'm talking about here, which was really weird on this one, but you can kind of change the colours to make that disappear a little bit. But it's these things at the back, it kind of clips through those. I like the fact it's got a massive cutout in it that shows the spine as well. I don't think, that kind of works. Because you can see this thing up his back, and it kind of lines up nicely. And I want to say it would have been nice if it like merged with the back of his head, because he's got this whole spiky point there, and this thing comes to a point. And just at certain points, if you looked at his face straight on like this, if it was straight on with the Sandana, instead of him turning it slightly, it would line up perfectly. That would look really nice for this thing. And of course, as well as the Citadello, I think the Sandana was called, there is the Cateno, which is down here hanging off the bottom of the Fragor Prime Sugatra. And I do like it, but it's at the same time I still prefer, I think it was like one of the original ones. It just looks like a metal chain with a piece of like an anchor bit stuck on the end. And okay, don't freak out, Vauban, calm down. My biggest problem for these things, more than anything else, isn't the... I mean, when you actually get into game, it looks so much nicer. Of course, if I just swap to all of it, so this is basically the entire bloody, what was it, the Prime Access stuff? Go away. They went down so quickly. Put the guns down, Vauban. Good boy. Well, good man. Oh, god damn it, I'm being sucked into that thing on his back again. Anyway, my biggest problem with these things aren't the fact that, well, let's not sugarcoat this. I missed. No, I didn't. I made it. These things... Ooh, I'll use a spotlight. These things are insanely expensive, and the only way to get them is the Prime accessories or full-blown Prime Access, which is a lot more than just buying the Prime accessories. They do look pretty nice, though, but... kind of wish there was some other way, like some other Prime Sandanas or something that you could get from the Void would be nice. My problem with these isn't even the fact that you have people turning around and saying, we need some more Prime armor sets. To be honest, we just had one for the Kubra. Okay, it is a cosmetic item, but all of them are, so meh. My problem with these, and it's going to be a silly one, is to see the Sugatra on the end of the Fragor Prime, you have to have it equipped, which means you have to make it visually appear on the screen as it is, which takes up a fair chunk of the Sandana, which is a shame in itself. Now, if you actually look at the handle of the Frago Prime here, it's shoved very far. You can now see it waving round when he stops moving. He shoves it straight up Carrier's butthole. And now the Sugatra is all but gone. You cannot see it. So even having it equipped, so you can see the thing all of the time, which you can if I kind of change them around a little bit. Most of the time, it's shoved up Carrier's butthole. And this is a bad example because Carrier seems to have glitched. He's not moving anymore. God damn it, Carrier, you ruined it. You pain in the butt. But that's literally it. It's such a small problem I have with it. And I mean, the one thing I really like about this Sandana that I literally just noticed playing with him is the fact that it's puffing smoke out of each side. The more I use this thing, the more I like it. But I kind of wish it was the big golden part at the back there was just a little bit smaller. That dimension wise, like depth wise, not width or height, just the depth of it. Seriously, Vauban, would you stand still? You're worse than Carrier. Just the depth of it was just a little bit smaller, maybe a little bit more angle on it. It kind of looks like you're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle more than anything else.